Hello, everybody. I decided to opt out of my intro video for this one. I need to go find my captions really quick. Um, okay. I got my trigger warning up here. I hope everybody is doing good. I'm going to give it a few minutes to see if anybody will pop in, which I doubt because I think other people have gone live. I should actually take a look and see. We're going to take a look and see. No, actually, I don't think anybody else got went live. Yeah, nobody else went live. All right. So, hello, Pat. How are you? So, we got really big crap show going on, and that's what I'm going to call it, a crap show. I'm gonna emphasize this. I do not like Julez. I will I will never like her for what she did. And I don't you know what, I won't ever be on friendly terms with her again. I doubt. Hello, Carolyn. Hey, Artsy. Well, at least one mod showed up. Yay. Um but what is really interesting, and I've been watching this from, the beginning. Okay. So I'm going to start in sections and sectors because there is a little bit of a timeline mishap from a certain creator from a not a, there is a certain person from Australia, not Bella Marie, not Bella, another one who likes to go on panel to panel to panel, who apparently doesn't understand what the hell is going on. So I want to try to do a timeline of events. So this woman from the down under can understand what is going on. Because she went on a panel last night and try to actually throw Amber underneath the bus, try to throw Terry Lynn underneath the bus, try to throw Julez underneath the bus, and try to throw Siwa Moon underneath the bus. Okay, so this is the timeline of events. Okay, now Siwa Moon's son had a friend who committed S. What transpired from that is Mr. Yates getting in contact with a person named Penelope to reach out to the family. Now, Anne and Maria were also behind this, okay? Now, the now to make matters worse, not only did they contact a grieving family because of their hatred for Siwa, they never actually took a responsibility for it. They never apologized. They never did anything. Now, what you had was the only one doing any type of moral thinking was Julez when she told John and everybody else this wasn't a good idea. So what happened? Well, John Yates, Brooke, Maria, and Anne threw just Julez underneath the bus. They called her a liability. Okay? They called her a liability. Now, what happened after that is Julez nearly had a mental breakdown. Like I said, I don't like Julez. I don't. But at the same time, I'm not going to dogpile on a person that is nearly really at her mental breaking point. I've seen her videos. I've seen her lives. You cannot tell me that Julez was not on the verge of a full mental breakdown. Yes, Julez had her hand in it. Julez had her hand in a lot of stuff, but I am not going to be responsible for pushing somebody over the edge, which is why I called a truce. A lot of people asked me if I'm Team Julez now. No, I'm not. But once again, I will reiterate, I'm not going to dogpile on somebody who is on the verge of a complete mental breakdown. And I will say that I gave Julez a truce. I did, because I was not going to dogpile on her. Okay. Everybody else was dogpiling on her. You had John dogpiling on her. You have Anne and Maria dogpiling on her. Okay? I'm not going to dogpile on a person that is nearly at the breaking point. Okay? Now, what transpired after that is where we are now. Mr. Yates and Maria not only threw Julez underneath the bus and called her a liability, but you had this guy and these women literally telling people in a live, if you support Julez, then you can't come over here anymore. You had John Yates and Maria telling people if they support Julez that they were going to block Julez, that they were going to block these people if they went over to Julez's channel. These same people were also saying that if anybody super chats Julez, they were going to dox them. They were going to write down names and go after her subs, whoever donated super chats to her, or whoever gave her cash apps, which is wrong. Okay, none of you own anybody on YouTube. Okay, John Yates and Maria, none of you own anybody. Brooke, you are disgusting. Okay, you are. All right, you have no credibility. The only reason why John keeps you around is because you are a nurse. And you really, even though you are a nurse, you really have no good reputation. But he's keeping you around just for your title. That's it. Okay? That's it. All right? John Yates, Maria, and Anne were bullying and are still bullying people who send super chats to Julez. They are literally trying to make Julez stand alone. They're trying to isolate Julez from the internet. Okay. Now, regardless of what you think about her, look, I don't like her. Okay. But at the same time, that's wrong. I may not like anybody, but I'm not going to go there and say, well, you can do this and you can't do that and whatnot. Yeah, exactly, Goldilocks, and I'm gonna get to that too. Okay, I'm gonna get to that. I'm setting up the timeline for a certain woman in Australia who likes to get everything twisted. Okay, and I'm not talking about Bella Marie. Okay, there's another one over there that needs to pay attention. Okay, that needs to pay attention. Like I said, I can't stand Julez. Okay, I can't. But there is a limit on what is allowed on YouTube or what is allowed in general. Okay? You don't have to like somebody. You don't have to like anybody, but to threaten subs for donating to who they want to. Remember, John Yates also stated along with Ann and Maria while they were there, that if anybody super chatted Terry Lynn, if anybody super chatted Amber, if anybody super chatted um, Busy and Jolene, pretty much if you super chat anybody John Yates does not like, they're going to dox people, and they're keeping a list of everybody who super chats anybody. Okay? I I'm on the notion right now that when you actually push somebody over the edge, like they did to Julez, that's a no. Okay, that's a no. So pay attention to the timeline. I'm not going to mention your name, lady from down under, but I will say this. You need to put down your Coke and vodka and actually pay attention to the timelines of everything going on. Okay? I have the 12-hour video. I have the 7-hour video of John Yates, Disastrous Lives. Okay? I do. There is a lot more in this picture than just a couple of people going back and forth. Okay? But this also brings up what he said about Sherelle. Okay? And this does bring up what he said about Terry Lynn. Okay? He calls Sherelle the wig lady. He pretty much implies that Sherelle is nothing more than an uneducated, non-talented hack. Okay? Now, I've heard Sherelle. I think Sherelle is great. Okay, I do. I just don't want to get on the wrong side of Sherelle. Okay, I don't. So, Sherelle, I'm sorry if me mentioning your name is going to lead me to a lawsuit, but I'm fine with that. Okay, I'll just give you a penny right now because that's all I have. No. Hold on here. Hey, Sassy and Mayor, that's who it is. You should know. You should know who now. Yeah, that one. That one. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm not going to mention her name because, people will know who I'm talking about if they watch the COS panels. Okay. Now, these same people, like I said, not only went after a grieving family, they not only threw Julez underneath the bus, but these are the same people that allow JY to exploit children, exploit a grieving family, exploit exploit things that a normal person should not be able to exploit. Okay? And yes, yes, Sassy, she is. Now, as we continue on with the timeline, you get to where we are now. Okay? You get to where we are now, where you have you have supposedly John Yates in a mental ward. Okay. Then you have Ann and Maria over on their channel trying to do cash grabs for them. Okay. From what I understand, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag because I couldn't really find a definitive answer on this. Okay. So this is what I found out doing my own research. Okay. Depending on the hospital that you call, they can tell you if a patient was admitted, or they can opt not to. Once again, it depends on the hospital. There is no clear answer if it violates the HIPAA law. The only thing that I could find that would violate the HIPAA law is if you called a health center or a hospital and asked for personal medical information. As far as I can read, or as far as I can understand, calling a hospital or calling a health clinic asking if somebody is there or not is up to the patient or up to the hospital. There's no clear answer on this one. None. Okay? Now, I'm not even going to try to get into that whole thing because you know what? It is what it is. What I found out, it's not a definitive answer. The only thing that I found out that was definitive is that according to HIPAA law, hospitals cannot give out medical information or the reason why the patient is in the hospital. Hello, Shady Pines. I hope you're having a great night. Hello, Cancel John Yates. Now, whether or not, now this leads me to this. Whether or not the phone calls that were made are real or not, what I do know is this. Mod 148 violated the HIPAA Act. She did. What she did is actually illegal because I looked it up. Do your own research. It is illegal to do a recording in a health clinic or a hospital because other patients' information could be released on a recording. So if Mr. Yates is in a health center or a hospital or a clinic, Mod 148 violated the HIPAA law by recording the conversation. It does not matter if 148 was in the clinic or hospital or not. It's very clear that if a patient calls somebody and somebody records that conversation while they are on the line, that is illegal. It is a violation. I looked that up. I'm sorry, Mandy. I hope you feel better. I do. I hope you feel better. See, I have to look things up. I do. I have to look things up because I like being as accurate as I can be. Okay. But what I do also believe is this, okay? You are responsible for your own mental health. Okay? I'm responsible for my own mental health. Hello, Teresa. I hope you're doing good. Okay? So, blaming other people because somebody had a breakdown is not their fault. How, you know, for example, hey, Shady Pines, I'm going to admit myself because your bullying broke me. I feel, that I want to self-harm. Okay. That's wrong. Okay. That is wrong. Shady Pines is not responsible for my mental health. Just like we're not responsible for JY's mental health. Okay. If you are at a point that you are feeling like you are going to go over the edge, you need to have enough gusta to log off. We can't control that. We can't do that. Okay. We can't tell somebody, hey, look, you need to log off now. You're going into a bad place. Which brings me to this. Okay. I do find it funny. I do find it really, really ironic. And Maria and 148 that out of all the people to check in on JY has been Amber, Sherelle, and a couple of people and a couple of other people. Not one of you literally checked to see if he was okay. None of you. And yes, I've been watching that. I have been watching that. You all did not make sure that he was okay. Not on his 12-hour live stream, not on the 7-hour live stream. Not one of you asked if he was okay. None of you. And you call yourself his friends? Hell, even Cody wasn't even worried about his mental state. Okay? Cody was screaming and encouraging him, in the background. Christy Marie, you didn't even care about his mental health. Okay? You didn't. Not one of you checked in to see if he was okay. None of you did. It was the people that don't like him that checked in. How sad is that the people you call your own friends, JY, or the person you call your own hubby doesn't care one damn bit about you? It's the people that don't respect you that care about you the most. For example, nobody, you know what? I didn't see Anne Maria or JY or any of them go over into Julez' chat asking, "Hey, Julez, are you okay?" No, I did go in there, and I will own that. Okay, I went in there and I asked Julez, "Are you okay? Are you fine? You were on a mental breakdown. I'm checking in on you." Did any of you check in on Terry Lynn? No. All of you kept making disgusting remarks about Terry Lynn being in the hospital. Okay? You did. Clark even offered to get John help, and 148 denied it. 148 told Clark, no, that's fine. It's okay. If you were John Yates' friend, why are you denying somebody who is offering to get John Yates help? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? If somebody offered to get me help, if I was that low and down, you best believe I'll be taking it. You best believe I would be taking that help. Despite everything that JY has said and done, Terry Lynn doesn't want him to go off the edge. Amber does not want him to go off the edge. Sherelle does not want him to go off the edge. The only people who I have seen actually give a damn about John Yates are the people who dislike him the most, and that's wrong. The people who dislike Julez the most were the ones checking in on her. And I believe what Rabbit said. You cannot pick and choose who you like or hate or support in a time like this. You can't. You can't. If somebody is having a mental breakdown, you do not do everything in your power to keep them that low or to help them over the edge. You don't do that. Hold on 1 second. There's 1 second. I'm sorry about that. They're shooting off fireworks, so my dogs are kind of like barking at every little boom going off. Boom, boom, boom. Now, remember, John Yates was the one, like Goldie said, that Julez should write his name on her arm next to Heidi. Okay? Yeah, I do call her the Sharpie Queen. Okay? Do I want her to go out there and, do something? No, I don't. I don't. Yeah, I call her dipshit. Does that mean I want her to do something? No, it don't. Now, people would say I'm making a mockery out of her mental health status. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not. The reason why I call her Sharpie Queen is because, in her own words, she was going to blame everybody for her mental health status. That's what I had a problem with. It wasn't the fact that, the state, her mental state was diminishing. It was that, like John Yates, she was blaming everybody else. If the internet is getting to be too much, you have to log off. Nobody is responsible for you. You are responsible for you. That is why I'm not on YouTube all day, every day. If I was on YouTube every day, all day, listening to everything going on, I'd be a nutcase. And I don't mean that jokingly. I would literally be a mental wreck. I would. No, she hasn't been live, and as far as I know, nobody has heard from her. So I really don't know if Julez is okay or not. So I don't know where she is. I don't know if she's okay. I hope she is. Yeah, Shady Pines, I privated all my videos regarding Julez. Okay? For now. Okay? It's a temporary truce. I don't want to be responsible for pushing her over the edge. I don't. I don't want that responsibility. Okay? I don't. But this is what I find really ironic out of all of this, Anne and Maria. You're over there praying for mental health and whatnot, yet you two are just as problematic as the people you claim to be, that you claim to be against, I should say. You two, along with Brooke and JY, literally helped push Julez into an unsafe zone. But the moment that it's about JY, you go to his defense. It doesn't work that way. And I will say this, you are a liar, okay? You, as a grandmother, should be ashamed of yourself for sticking up for a guy that threatened to put children's pictures on adult sites. You should be ashamed for supporting a person who exploits children. You are a grandmother. You make me sick, Anne. You are disgusting and vile. You cannot sit there on your platform with droopy face and say that, oh, we're for justice, we're for this, we're for that. No, you helped JY. You back him up. This whole thing with, well, I can support him. It doesn't mean I agree with him. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. When a creator brings in kids, that is the time to cut them off. That is the time to actually snap out of your delusions and go, this person is not okay. And I do believe this. I believe, Anne, that you, Maria, and Brooke, and 148 are using John. I even believe Cody is using John. I don't think any of you actually give a damn about John. And it makes me sick that I'm defending John because I can't stand him. I cannot stand him. I cannot stand Julez. But you people have me up here defending Julez and John. Do you not see an issue with this? Do you not see an issue with this? You two, along with 148, are monetizing off JY's mental health. You, all three of you, are monetizing off of his health. Regardless if he is committed or not is not the point. The point is that you three will go as low as you can go for clicks and views. If John is admitted, leave John alone. The same could be said about Amber and Sherelle. But I will say this about Amber and Sherelle. They're not actually wanting JY to be there. They're actually trying to confirm he is there, because this is a two-sided coin. Either he is there and he is having a mental breakdown and the three of you are monetizing off of him, or he's not there and all of you are monetizing off of his mental health and creating a fraud. This is not an easy argument. This is not a, this is like a literally disgusting area. It is a disgusting area to use mental health, just like he lied about cancer. We need to know proof, and that is how sick JY and all of you are. Do I personally think that he is in there? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think about this. What matters is that regardless of the situation, everyone is not going to come out looking good. No one is. Now, Amber can yell at me for that. Sherelle can yell at me for that. Maria can yell at me for that. Terry Lynn can yell at me for this. Everybody in here can yell at me for this. When you bring up mental health, when you bring up cancer or things like that, it is not an easy argument. It is not an easy argument because everybody, whether or not it's true, comes out looking like shit. We all come out looking like shit because, like I said, either somebody helped perpetuated a fraud, or we just made somebody's mental health possibly, even a little bit worse. Okay. You're right. Nobody is a liability, but at the same time, Shady Pines is right too. She was a liability to their narrative because of out of all of them, Julez was the only one who showed remorse or compassion. And that is something that they cannot handle over there. They can't have that in that group. You either follow John Yates completely, wholeheartedly, no questions asked, or you're out. But I will say this: Brooke and Maria and even Cody are all using JY. They're all using him. They don't give a damn about him. Like I said, it's kind of sad that the only people who are actually wondering what is going on are the people that dislike him the most. Now, I don't like talking about mental health because you know what? Mental health is a touchy subject. And like I said, whether or not he is admitted, nobody comes out looking good. Who wants to use mental health to prove a point or a narrative? Nobody does. Nobody. Okay? Nobody wants to use that. But we have seen time and time again that JY has no low that he will not go to. And it's really, really, really sad that, people are checking in on him to see, number one, if he is okay, and number two, if it's actually true. Now, I will also say this, okay? If JY is in is admitted somewhere, why go live and tell everybody what is going on? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you create a live and Maria to go, oh, well, this is John Yates' Cash App. Donate to it. He needs all the money. I think that this is all a cash grab. It is. What the hell is JY going to do with money in a health clinic? What is JY going to do with that money? What? Nothing. Okay? He can't spend it there. He can't do anything with it. If JY was in a mental institution and or a health clinic, sorry, my bad. Health clinic, that was a slip of the tongue, please forgive me. I'm sorry. If he was in a health clinic, I think as a friend, you would go up on panel and go, well, JY is taking a break from YouTube. Send him, let him know that you're thinking of him, yada, yada, yada. I would not go up on a live and monetize the hell out of it. And that's what you did. You went up on your channel, Anne and Maria, and you monetized it. You both and Mod 148 were just blasting personal information everywhere. A friend doesn't do that. A friend just goes out there and says, look, you know what? My friend is not going to be online for a while. My friend is taking a break. Let my friend know that you're thinking of him. Things like that. But no, all three of you disgusting hags decided that the best thing to do was to go live and blast out every personal detail. And I will reiterate this with friends like you, it's no wonder John is freaking paranoid. It's no wonder that John is literally breaking down. You three are helping break him down. Hell, I even believe Cody is helping him break down. Now, like I said, I see people defending Julez. Okay, yes. I think Julez is problematic, but it's not her fault for what happened. Okay? It's all your hag's fault for what happened, not Julez. And I even told Julez that she was the scapegoat. I even told, we all warned Julez not to trust you. We all told Julez what kind of vile people all of you are. And I hope, and you know what? As much as I don't like Julez, I will say this right now. I will. I hope Julez can move on from all of you and never look back. I hope and wish the best for Julez, whatever that may be, whatever her future is. I hope the best for her. And I hope to God that she never gets involved with any of all of you hags ever again. Because what you all did to her was vile and disgusting. Yet you did the same thing to Penelope. You all did the same thing to Penelope. Well, you know what? Here's the thing coming out of all of this that I can tell you. Okay? All of you don't have anybody else to throw under the bus anymore except each other. So now we are actually going to take bets to figure out who's going to be the next one to be thrown out. Because you got rid of Penelope. She's singing like a little birdie right now. You got rid of Julez. So now you don't have to worry about her anymore. So that leaves Mod 148, Christy Marie, Anne, Maria, and Brooke. That leaves 5 people that we can choose now. Oh, and second fiddle. Sorry, second fiddle. Second fiddle. That makes 6 now. 6. Okay? That makes 6 people we can choose from to see who is going to be the next one you all run over with the bus. You really don't have any really die-hard hags in the group anymore. You don't. Most of your die-hard hags have already abandoned ship. So we're down to 6 players now. Now with the 6 players, we're going to see who's going to be the next one to be bumped off. And I've got my 2 choices right now. I do. It's either going to be Second Fiddle or Keister Marie. Because out of all of them, these two are literally the weakest out of the other ones. So my top two choices is Kirstie Marie and Second Fiddle. Exactly, Star. And exactly, Shady. I'm an asshole. I admit it. I'm a problematic YouTuber. I admit it, okay? I'm not going to sit here and deny that I'm not an asshole. I'm not a prick. I'm not a problematic YouTuber. I'm not going to deny that I say things off the wall, okay? I'm not. But there is a limit to what I will be part of. And helping somebody have a mental breakdown is not something I'm going to be a part of. Exploiting children is not something I'm going to be a part of. Okay? I left I left little PP because of what he did and said about T-spiracy. Okay? I'm not gonna stand for behavior like that. Look, I may be vile. I may be a prick. I may be whatever anybody wants to tell me. But I have never, ever talked about children or exploited them. I've never exploited women to the degree that all of you have, along with fucking little PP. Yeah, I state in my videos that I may be talking about something I don't fully understand, but that does not mean I can't give my opinion. Yeah, I get pushback because I don't understand what I'm talking about. But then again, I tell people this may not be a topic I'm fluent in, but if I'm wrong, let me know. I don't delete comments. I don't delete criticism. If I talk about something I don't fully understand, then I expect a little bit of a pushback. I expect a little bit of understanding. But the difference between me and all of you hags is that I'm willing to change what I know. I'm willing to learn from my past. All of you recycle the same thing over and over again and think it's fine and dandy. And the moment people start pushing back against you, all of you go, oh, well, you're just a bully. Oh, you're just harassing me. Oh, I'm going to get an RO against you. Who gets an RO on a cat? Who gets an RO on a woman who is so sick that she might be I'm trying to think of the word. Okay, I'm trying to think of the word. Who might be going to Slumberland? There we go. Okay. What kind of people pushes somebody, makes fun of somebody, or even gets an RO over the frivolous things? Hello, Violet. Okay. Look at fucking little PP and his freaking wife. They were saying that I'm the one that was harassing them. Look how many times they've harassed other people. They've even called a lot of other creators bullies for them standing up for themselves. You hags do the same thing. You cannot handle the truth. You cannot handle pushback. You hags are the bullies. Well, you know what? The time is up. We're tired of it. We're tired of you using whatever little narrative you have to protect JY. Okay? And if we all have to go legal, we're going to go legal. You can't stop it. You cannot sit there and go, oh, well, you can't go real life when you people are the ones going to real life. Look what freaking Mod 148 did. She doxed JY by releasing a recording that she should not have recorded in the first place. So you cannot all sit there and say, oh, what we're doing is worse. No, what you have done and what you are doing is worse. Exactly, Star. They are all nasty. They are. Now, and I will reiterate this. What is going on right now? You know what? It is a damned if you do, damned if you don't. You've got people who are exploiting this, and then you've got another side who is trying to see if this is actually real and if this is actually going on. Okay, it is. And you know whatever happens, whatever comes out of this, nobody is going to look good. We're all going to look like shit. We are. You know, like I said, nobody asked Terry Lynn if she was okay. Nobody asked if Siwa was okay. No. Nobody asked if Julez was okay. No. None of you so-called caring grannies gave a damn about anybody that you hurt. You're more worried about JY for some god awful reason I will never know, because he isn't worth a damn. He isn't. Do I mean that he's not worth a damn as a person? No. No. I mean, he's not really worth a damn on YouTube. His content sucks now. The only thing that he can do to keep himself alive is freaking drama. And at one time, here it is. At one time, JY was actually a really good, reputable vlogger. He was actually really good at covering the Real Housewives, the 90-day stuff, things like that. But you hags ruined him. You hags ruined his YouTube career because none of you ever told him to stop. None of you ever told him, wait, back up. Wait, don't do that. You all helped end his career. You all helped push him over that edge. You all helped with his paranoia. And it wasn't us. We, as far long as I can remember, all we did was call out his behavior. We never wished death on him. We never wished harm on him. Exactly, Star. John Yates was a really good blogger. Okay, or a vlogger, I should say. He was really good, but you hags ruined him. And as much as I want to say that JY can overcome this, what you hags did to him, what you hags have done to him, and are still continuing to do to him, he can never come back from what he has done, what he has said, what you all helped him to become. We all want him to be accountable for his actions. But you hags don't want him to grow. You hags want him to remain where he is, dependent on you. I don't agree with Sherelle. I don't agree with Amber. I don't agree with Perry. I don't think that this has to do anything with second motherhood. I think this has to do with the fact that all of you have a control problem. I think this boils down to JY had a really good thing going, and you all used him and manipulated him to your own purposes and devices. Now, people are going to say, well, it's a game of give and take. Well, you know what? Here's who's pulling the strings behind the scenes. You've got Anne, you've got Maria, you've got Mod 148. Let's face it, Brooke isn't that intelligent to be able to pull any damn string. But you do got Anne, you do got Maria, and you do got Mod 148 controlling and making sure those strings are really tight. Because I will say this, and I will say this, and I was actually, I was actually looking into stuff before I did this live, before I started this. John was actually a really good vlogger until the hags came along. And that is when things started falling apart. Yes, Nikki, I actually think that they are using him. I really do. They don't hold him accountable. They don't really do it. They don't hold him accountable. But if you think about it, Nikki, his three top is Mod 148, Anne, and Maria. We know that Anne and Maria like to spread shit behind the scenes. They like speaking half truths or no truth at all. But if you go back to his older videos, he was actually really good. He was actually really good until they came along. And that's when the shift changed. They found somebody who was going through addiction, who wasn't completely mentally stable. And I do mean that. And I don't mean that the wrong way. I don't mean that the bad way. But they found somebody who they could easily manipulate and use him as a weapon. You have all the old videos, and he was as far back as a year ago. As far back as a year ago, because that's as far back as I was going to go. Well, see, I don't know anything. I don't follow him on IG, Nikki. I haven't even known him that long. I've only known about JY since December of this year, believe it or not. So I was never invested in it. I'm sorry, Shyla. I've only heard of JY, so I can only go on the behavior that I'm seeing now. And the behavior that I seen, yeah, and I did. I did do a lot of research before I did this live. I did. What do you think I've been doing all day, Shady Pines? I've been watching a lot of his old videos. I have. That's what I've been doing, Shady. I watched a lot of his old videos. Now, I didn't watch them all the way through, granted. But he was really good. If you go back to about a year or so, he was really good. He was factual. He did his research about the cast members. He did a lot of great stuff a year ago. What the hell happened? And then as soon as you get to the recent stuff, believe it or not, that's when things started falling apart. I mean, think of it like this. Think of it like this. Why? What? You know what really started this, Shady Pines, is that he is banned from talking to any members or the cast members of 90 Day and Real Housewives. Who gets banned from doing that? Who gets banned from being able to talk to cast members from a show? I was actually trying to find that clip of why he was banned because I'm still curious. What did he do to get banned from talking to cast members? Does anybody know off the top of their hand? Because I can't find that. But the point is this. The point is this. But the point that I have to make is this. I am really sick to my stomach because I am up here defending JY. Because apparently the hags don't really give a damn about anybody but themselves. And I will reiterate, why are you monetizing off of his mental health? This video ain't gonna be monetized. Okay? This video is not gonna be monetized because I will not monetize off of it. Now, if YouTube sticks ads in it, that money is going to YouTube, not me. Take it up with YouTube. It was an accident, everybody. Hold on. It was an accident. I have to undo it. I think I can undo it. No, probably not. All right, Nancy, you take care. I'm not going to monetize off of it. And anybody that monetizes off of this, off of what's going on with his mental health status, you're sick. You're sick. This is not something that anybody should be making money off of. Whether or not it's true, it's not something to monetize or profit off of. But what about but I do have to bring up Amber, okay? Because I do. And I have to where were all of these so-called caring people when Maria was going after Amber's adopted son? Why weren't people sticking up for Amber? You had say, "Oh, you're all for justice and whatnot." Why did you stand up for Amber? Why didn't you stand up to Maria Ann and tell her, "Oh, don't do that"? And you're a hypocrite. You're disgusting and you're vile. This is why, like Maria, you're old and alone. You have nothing to give to a conversation. All I see over there are two miserable old hags that literally cannot handle anybody else being happy. So, Anne, yes, I do think like JY and like Maria, you like exploiting children. I really do. Because if you actually gave a damn about righteousness, you would have disowned Maria and JY right away. If you actually held convictions, you would have disowned them. No, you sit over there and you allow it. You allow it. You accept it. So don't ever try to be the moral authority. Okay? You have no voice in morality. Oh my God, Valerie, are we doing? And it's not going to work, Shady. It's not going to work. I had the entire 12-hour live and the 7-hour disaster afterwards stream. And I told Amber this. I will say this again. I will say this again, and I'll say it in public. I told Amber and I told Terry Lynn, never ever do a peace deal with any of them because you will sign your soul away to the devil and his minions. And I told Amber, I don't believe they have souls. Oh, and I want to say something to you, okay? To you and your little droopy face friend over there. Don't ever bring God into your conversation, all right? You have no idea what God is. You two are very disgusting and vile, and if you knew the true word of God, you would not be doing what you are doing. Never ever take the Lord's name in vain again, okay? Just don't mention God. We all know JY is your God. Oh, Shady Pines, you want to hear something funny? He says that Twitch is the YouTuber's death. People only go to you go on. People only go to Twitter after they failed on YouTube. I am going to use his own words against him if he actually is forced to go on Twitch. I am actually going to say, "Oh, look, there's the failed YouTuber. Hi." Look, I figured out how to stream on Twitch, and that was about it. Okay, I know nothing else beyond that point. I know nothing else. I know nothing else beyond that point. But look, I'm not the moral. You know what? I will say this too. Okay, I will hold. You know what? I will throw myself out there. I'm not the moral authority either. Okay, I've done shit in my past. You know, I've said things, but wrong is wrong, and right is right, and what all of you people are doing is wrong. Now, if you want to say, well, you're not criticizing Amber, you're not criticizing Terry Lynn. Um, I haven't seen them get deleted yet. Yeah. I'm keeping. Um, wait, who? Um, okay. Crap. Now I lost my train of thought. See, this is why I should not be sidetracked. Pat, because they cannot handle criticism. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Goldilocks. You know, I'm not. Yeah, people are going to say, well, why aren't you criticizing Amber? Why aren't you criticizing Terry Lynn? Because they have not done as bad as you vile creatures have done. Okay? They haven't. You know what? It all start if you really want to know. Here you go. Timeline. Who went real life first? It was your side. What happened? Well, Amber, Terry Lynn, they went in real life. If you don't want people to drag your real life into anything, then don't drag other people's real life into it. You cannot expect to have one rule for you and a rule for everybody else. It doesn't work that way. Hello. Oh my God, Jen the Orange Liar. I like that name. Oh my God, I like that name. Okay, wait, maybe I shouldn't have laughed at that. Oops. That's funny. Let's take a look at Maria. Maria doxed Yahoo Boy's family. Okay? Then they tried to go after cancel John Yates racist fraud. You cannot sit there and expect people not to go real life on you when your own little co-host goes real life on everybody else. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. I'm on the note, I do believe this. I do believe this. Tit for tat. You get what you give. You want respect? You gotta earn respect. You want to treat everybody like shit? We're gonna treat you like shit. Why don't you two Practice what you preach once in a while. I'm against doxing. I am. Everybody will tell you I'm against doxing. I don't agree with it. I will never agree with anybody who does it. Okay? I won't. I almost got doxed myself from a certain little PP creator. Okay? But I'm not going to sit back and remain quiet. I'm not going to be bullied into silence. You want to go ahead and try to dox me? Go ahead. Try to dox me. I don't care. But on the same notion, if you dox me, I will freaking dox you. Because you did it to me first. I know that's a contradiction in terms here, but I'm a tit for tat kind of guy. I have always said this. This is my belief. And not everybody is going to agree with it, but I'm going to say this. The internet is the internet. The beef should never be taken real life. The internet is just bullshit. Families should not be put in danger. Children should not be put in danger. Real lives should not be put in danger. People should have the right to feel safe in this world. Whether or not you agree with them, nobody should be doxxed. Nobody. Nobody should be doxxed. That's my belief. Nothing on the internet is worth risking the safety of anybody else. And you're right in there. Two wrongs don't make a right. I'm not a saint. I'm not an angel. I don't try to pretend to be. I don't. I don't try to pretend to be that. Because let's face it, I would fail at being a saint. I would fail at being an angel. You know what? I would fail at being a holier than thou you type of person. Okay, I would. Yeah, I would fail at all that. And I believe that. There is nothing worth the internet to sacrifice anybody's safety. None. And I will say this. Maria has done a lot of that crap, and you know that, and you acknowledge it. You've never called her out for it. You never called JY out for it. Yet, and according to you, doxing is wrong. You've doxed Siwa, Carissa, Amber, Terry Lynn. You've doxed so many people. You have no room to talk anymore, Anne. You're a you are a miserable old hag, and I don't mean a hag of JY. I mean a hag in general. You are a miserable miser, just like Maria, just like 148. All of you are miserable old hags. Oh my God, Artsy. Now, I do believe Anne needs Geritol. I do believe that. And I believe Marie, you know what? And I hate to say this, but Terry Lynn, I have to correct you. There is not enough Botox in the Northern Hemisphere to fix that face on Maria. There is not enough Botox in the Northern Hemisphere or in any country to fix that sagging face. Exactly. Look look at what he has done to AT2, Sherelle, any person of color. Look what he has done. Look what he has said to people. Now I'm probably going to get yelled at for from Amber and Sherelle. You know, I'm okay with that. I am. But as I said, Sherelle, Terry Lynn, and Amber have not done as much horrid crap as all of you have done. Neither has Siwa. Siwa hasn't done the horrible crap that you have all put everybody else into. Exactly, Star. Oh my god. Oh my god, beloved crime comedy. Ah, oh my god. Oh, that brings up another point. That brings up another point. None of you have the right to tell anybody who can super chat anybody on YouTube. None of you can control the narrative on YouTube. People have the right to support who they want, and I'm glad people are going. Well, I'm glad people have sent super chat to Jules, and, Amber, and Terry Lynn in defiance of all of you. I'm glad because that is money none of you old creatures are ever going to see. You are not entitled to anyone's money. I'm not entitled to anyone's money. Okay? I'm not entitled for people to sit up here and support me. If people want to support anybody, that is on them. I'm appreciative if somebody gives me something. I am. But to sit up there and think you own the money that people make, no. No, you don't. You are not entitled to any damn thing. You are not even entitled to a perfect life. You are not entitled to own a home. You are not entitled to own a car. You are not entitled to, and I hate to say this, I hate to say this, I do. But you are not entitled to health care. You are not entitled to literally anything in life. You're not. If you want something, you need to work for it. You need to earn it. If you want a new TV, you need to work for that TV. If you want a new wig, you need to work for that wig, Maria. If you want new. Hey, Ann, here's something for you too. And I have this question. When are you ever going to change your clothes? You have worn that same shirt for the past 3 weeks. Do you ever take a shower? You have worn that same shirt on every live for the past 3 weeks. That is my question. Do you actually ever get up off that couch and look after yourself? Because this is starting to scare the hell out of me. Okay? You have worn that same shirt for the past 3 weeks on your live. I think rather than worrying about anybody else's hygiene, and you need to start worrying about yours. Do you even do your own laundry? I mean, what are you so freaking broke that you only own one item of clothing? I mean, at least Mod 148, at least Maria and John changed their clothes. What about you, Anne? You know what, I don't, you know what, I don't, you know what, I was going to say something, but that would be going into my red zone, and I don't. But do you even move off of that couch? Do you even change your clothes? I'm actually really starting to get concerned right now about you. Hey, Heidi Black. Yeah, you know what? Here's something else. You know what, Anna and Maria? What about what you two have done to Heidi Black? What about the crap that JY put Heidi Black through? You all say that you're the epitome of, let's be peaceful, let's get along. You have said so much shit about Heidi Black that isn't funny. Like, literally, you have said so much horrific crap about Miss Black. And you expect all of us to stand back and not defend people? I'm referring to what they have said about you, Heidi. I'm referring to what they have said in the past, what they have said about you. Not that they said anything new, just of what the things they have said about you. You know, that you bullied John, you manipulated him, you lied about him, blah, 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 blah. Well, that too. They said you don't want their smoke at Heidi. No, actually, I do think they actually said that. I'll have to dig into my archives because I downloaded every video from their channel. Yeah, I like Shady. I like Shady. Oh, Miss Black, I hope you feel better. Well, I actually learned something about that star, but I'm not going to mention that right now until after I get a hold of Amber. But I learned something. But here's the thing, and I'll end it right now. JY, Maria, and Mod 148. No, I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna rephrase this. Maria and 148. Don't sit up on your panels saying that you support JY when you are monetizing off of his mental health. Don't stay up there. Don't stay up on your panel saying that you are friends with JY when you are allowing him to go over the edge and not actually tell him to pull it back or to stop or to tell him don't go there. If anybody is to blame for the way that he is going downhill, it's the three of you. Literally, it is. Like I said, Maria and Ann, you're over there behind the scenes telling John half truths and half lies. You are the reason why he is paranoid. Do I think that you are his attack dogs? Yes. I think all of you are using each other, but Anne, Maria, and 148, I think you are using John more than he is using you. Because you three literally are manipulating a person who is not mentally all there. Oh my God, Star. So, you know what? I will reiterate. I am Team Amber. I am Team Sherelle. I am Team Terry Lynn. I am Team Siwa. Okay? I am. I am on their side. Yes, I no, I didn't see that Reddit post, Star. I didn't. I'll have to have one of my mods dig it out for me. Because despite what everybody thinks of Amber, Siwa, Terry Lynn, Sherelle, whatever anybody thinks about them, these ladies have never gone as far as all of you have done. Does that mean I'm going to be a diehard supporter of everything that they do? No. No, I'm not. I'm not. And when they go too far, then I will call them out. And I did call them out in this stream. Whether or not he is in a clinic, it's not going to look bad for it's not going to look good for either side. I blame Mod 148. I blame Ann and I blame Maria for even bringing it up. If none of you had brought it up that he was in a health clinic, then the other side, Amber, Terry Lynn, and all of them, wouldn't be looking in to verify it. You three should have just kept your mouth shut and let JY, whether he's in a clinic or not, have his privacy. You should have let him have the privacy needed to recoup. Nobody looks good in this situation. And that's right. That's right, Goldie. They were only doing it to get money. They monetized it. Now, the only thing I found close to anything on rules of, health clinics is that they only, you know what, I don't see any of them allowing candy in there. But the problem I'm having with this right now is I don't know if the clinic he is supposedly in is an outpatient option, because this would actually answer a lot of questions that everybody has. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not, because it's not my business. I'm not going to call them up. I'm not even going to dwell on it because, frankly, it's none of my business. Okay? It's none of my business. It's nobody's business. But you've all made it everybody's business. Yeah, money they do. Money kitty they do. That's all it is. It's all about the money. But here's the thing too. If he is in the clinic, what the hell is he going to do with the money? He can't spend it right now. Oh, but I did look this up. Okay? I did look this up. So, the majority of clinics, of health clinics, keep a patient for 2 to 3 weeks. Not a minimum of one. The minimum is 2 to 3 weeks. And then before they release said patient, they have to make sure said patient is functional. That's the nicest word I could think of, functional. Exactly, Sassy. Exactly, Miss Mickey. Oh my God, Shady. But I will reiterate, one last time. This is a situation where no one looks good. I respect Amber. I respect Terry Lynn. I respect Sherelle. I respect Rabbit too. But this is one of those instances where nobody is going to look good. Regardless of what the truth is, it's kind of sad that, people have to verify where he is at this moment in time. It's just, Sherelle, Amber, Terry Lynn, I love you girls. I do. But like I said, this is a situation where nobody looks good. And I know Amber is probably going to listen to the stream. I probably know Terry is going to, and I'm probably sure Sherelle will. At the end of the day, Maria and Anne, it's your fault, along with Mod 148, for what is going on. You cannot blame Sherelle, Amber, or Terry Lynn for trying to verify crap. You're the one that spilled the beans, not them. I can blame them for digging into it, but then again, it's one of those things where you brought it up, you lied on their name, you dragged them through the mud, now they have to defend themselves. So everybody looks like an ass right now. And there's no way to undo the damage. If any of you were friends, you wouldn't have done the bullshit that you have done. I know, right, Shady? I think I've said my piece. I think I've said all I could on this. But I will say this for JY. I will say this for Julez. But more so for Julez than JY. I hope that you can find peace. I hope that you can find the help that you need. And I do wish you the best. As for you, JY, you do need to log off the internet and actually really think about what's going on in the world around you. I do think that for the time being, you should ignore YouTube. You should ignore IG. You should ignore Reddit. I hope that you two, in time, can find your center. And that's all I got to say. I don't know where she's been, Crystal. I don't. But I am going to end it here. I wish you all a good night, and I will see you all soon. Thank you for allowing me to say my piece. Like I said, I welcome all opinions. If you disagree with me, you disagree with me. You know? Well, that's good to hear, Miss Mickey. That's good to hear, housewives. But I'm going to end it here. You all have a great night, and I shall see you soon.